Mr. Chan. Mr. Chan, how very good to see you in London.
Yes, just passing through London on my way to Paris, but could not resist temptation to search among your treasure.
I'm sorry I couldn't attend to you before, Mr. Chan, but we've been very busy with Mr. Tony Hathaway, the famous author.
Ah, yes.
Are you interested in Memory of Terror?
No, in Don Quixote. Price, please.
I'll soon tell you, Mr. Chan. It's a rare edition,
Please
Mr.
send
Chan.
same to my hotel. Loaded gun, an angry boy, very bad companions. Come. Come, sit down. Perhaps now you will tell me why you try to shoot famous author Mr. Hathaway. I can think of no reason strong enough to make small boy want to commit murder.
Can't you? What if he'd written a pack of lies about your father after he was dead?
Has Mr. Hathaway done that?
Yes, he has. His rotten book. My father never cracked up. He didn't shirk his duty. He wasn't a coward.
I'm sure he wasn't. Now we will get taxi and go home.
So glad you phoned me, Mr. Chan.
Please, sit down. I must tell you plain truth, Mrs. Ramsden. It's my painful duty to prevent your son from killing a man.
My husband's gun.
Your son tried to shoot Mr. Tony Hathaway, novelist.
Oh.
Perhaps you know reason for his action?
Hathaway's book, Memory of Terror. It says dreadful things about my husband, Mr. Chan, but they're not true. Why, we've a drawer full of medals to prove that he was a brave man.
I'm sure Ronnie is very aware of the truth of that fact. You also must have great anger against men who spread false report to the world.
Of course I'm angry, but what can I do? My husband's dead. He can't defend himself.
Might be possibility of securing sufficient evidence for large libel suit.
Mr. Chan, I'm going to be married next month to Sir Arthur Ruggles. He's a fine man, very fond of Ronnie. It means a new life for both of us. I can't embarrass him with the publicity of a libel action. How is he?
Mrs. Ramsden, I'm sorry to tell you his condition is serious. He isn't responding to treatment at all.
Oh.
Could there be any reason why your son shouldn't want to go on living?
Something of great importance has been taken from the boy, Doctor. We'll try to bring it back to him.
Memory of Terror is the most successful book you've ever published. The third printing's already sold out. And you try to pay me off with £100.
You may be good with words, Tony, but you're pretty bad at figures. Deducting advances, you still owe me 1,000. This check's a favor, won't it?
You must teach me your system of bookkeeping one day.
That Mr. Chan, who phones us here.
All right, show him in.
Good day, gentlemen.
Aren't you the detective?
Retired detective.
George McDowell, my publisher.
I don't know.
Have I broken the law?
Not the law. A heart, Mr. Hathaway.
You gave me your word you wouldn't get involved in any more scandals.
But I haven't. I haven't even looked at it.
Permit me, gentlemen, to make myself clear. Your most successful book, Memory of Terror, has caused a small boy great anguish.
What boy?
Captain Ramsden's son.
Every good book stirs people up. That's what makes it good. When you write the truth, somebody's bound to get hurt. I'm sorry, Mr. Chan. I'm not going to discuss it. If you've anything to say, talk to my publisher.
Sit down, Mr. Chan.
Thank you.
What can Hathaway do about the boy?
Boy is now very sick in hospital. Doctor says slim chance of recovery is complicated by desire not to go on living.
I'm sorry to hear it, but I still don't see what Hathaway can do.
To Ronnie, his father was hero. Mr. Hathaway can give back to boy exalted image of father.
How?
By publicly stating Memory of Terror is fiction, not fact.
But it is fact. Everything that took place on that raft between Captain Ramsden, the Chinese steward, and Hathaway is the plain truth.
Excuse, do not wish to be impolite, but truth only as seen by Mr. Hathaway. Captain Ramsden never returned from fatal voyage on Raft, and Chinese steward has not spoken.
You still here? Now, look, I'm busy. I'm not going to spend my life discussing Ramsden's gift.
One question, please.
What?
Chinese steward, where can I find him?
Oland? How should I know? I haven't seen or heard of him in years. Good day, Mr. Chen.
Time for your medicine, Ronnie. You won't get well if you don't take your medicine. Come on. Oh, please, Ronnie. I really don't know what to do with you. I'll leave it here, and if it's not gone when I get back, I'll have to tell Doctor.
Ronnie? Ronnie, you have convinced one person about your daddy.
Who?
Me? I'm now sure Mr. Hathaway did not write the truth.
How can we prove that, Mr. Chan?
Oh, takes great expert. But ex-Chinese policeman, pretty good detective.
Would you take it on?
Cost a lot of money.
Haven't got much money. 2 or 3 pounds. But I could sell my bicycle and my camera.
Maybe 2, 3 pounds, all right. But on one condition. You must pay me on Waterloo Bridge.
Waterloo Bridge?
Oh, cannot accept fee any other place.
That means I'll have to get out of bed. All right, Mr. Chan. It's a deal. What are you going to do first?
Enter, please.
Good evening. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sir Arthur Ruggles.
Sit down, Sir Arthur.
No, thank you. I can't stay long.
Please excuse informal attire. Chinese brain working, but feet have gone on strike.
Norma, Mrs. Ramsden, tells me that you promised Ronnie to find out the truth of Hathaway's book.
Ah, yes. The fee has been arranged. I have accepted the case.
She feels you may try and find the Chinese steward.
Ah, Mohr. Very elusive. But patience can find smallest needle in largest haystack.
Mrs. Ramsden has probably told you that she and I plan to get married shortly. So you will realize I have Ronnie's interests at heart when I ask you to leave this business alone.
Then you wish to dismiss humble self?
I want you to consider the case closed. Naturally, I expect to pay you adequately for the work you've already done. Shall we say £100?
You have spoken to doctor?
I have.
Recovery of Ronnie seems to depend on stimulation of his will to live.
That is a matter for a psychiatrist, not a detective. Good evening, Mr. Chan.
One moment, please. Slight correction. I cannot accept dismissal from gentlemen who does not employ me. My young employer seems most satisfied with humble efforts of retired policemen. I shall continue to do my best. Thank you.
As you wish.
Yes? Ah, Mr. McDowell. No, I have not located him yet.
Well, I have a bit of good news for you, Mr. Chan. Searching through the memory of terror files, I came across Oland's address. So I thought I'd pick you up in about half an hour, and we'd run down to the India docks.
Most thoughtful of you, Mr. McDowell. I shall expect you.
In about half an hour, then. Well, there's no need to look so alarmed, Tony. Let him think at least that we're trying to be helpful. And it's quite safe to take him down there now. I felt that Hathaway's behavior to you was unwarranted. He's a very temperamental man, of course, like all writers.
I imagine being publisher is like man living on top of a volcano. Never know when eruption is going to take place.
All right, you are. There's another point, too. If he got around that Hathaway's book was founded on lies, my reputation would suffer.
Wanting rooms, are you?
No, just information, please.
Coppers?
Oh, no. Oland lives here, does he not?
Not now, he don't.
He has moved?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Explain, please.
He's kicked a bucket, dead.
I see. When?
6 months ago. Caught a nasty chill. It went to the pneumonia. Took him off in 3 days, it did.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chan.
Thank you. Please forgive second visit following so closely on first, but I must have further information.
What now, Moland again?
Yes.
I've got me work to do. I've no time to waste answering a lot of silly questions. He's dead, that's all. Very respectable, too.
Just one moment, please. I have great respect for a busy woman's time, so I'm willing to pay for same.
Now you're talking. How much? Ooh, you're a gent, you are.
Now tell me, how long did Moland live here?
About 4 years. At me first floor back. Always a real gent.
Friends or relatives?
Didn't have none. No one came even when he snuffed it.
Where did he work?
Didn't. He went well enough.
Oh, then he must have had money.
Well, he had enough sent him to live on.
By whom?
Search me. None of my business, so long as he paid his room regular.
He lived here, you said, for 4 years. Perhaps he left some personal effects.
Well, I always sells everything when they dies. Well, might be a bit of rubbish in here. Have a look, if you want.
Old Chinese book. This was Moland's?
Let me see. Oh, no, that belonged to another Chinese gent.
Now belongs to Moland.
Eh? Oh.
What is it?
Mr. Changland to see you, sir.
Never heard of him.
He says he's Mulan's uncle, sir.
Show him in.
Mr. Changland, sir.
Sit down, please. I'm sorry, I don't read Chinese.
Oh, most unfortunate. Many beautiful book in Chinese lose flavor when translate. My nephew, Moland, he very good writer too.
Oh, what did he write?
Facts. Truth, you sabe? Very different.
Different from what?
Oh, from your book. I read what Moland write a little bit. Very exciting. Oh,
I'm not interested.
too bad. Moland write plenty about you and Captain Ramson have big fight for woman.
Moland didn't understand English.
Chinese very clever. All time try make people think no understand. Very profitable.
I don't see how that could benefit him or you.
Oh, Moland, he know. You know. Now me know too.
I see, blackmail.
Oh, no, no blackmail. Book only thing nephew leave old uncle, me, poor man. You give Moland plenty money one time.
That was gratitude.
No, for keep on secret.
No, for saving my life.
But in your book, you say Moland life.
Quite so, Mr. Chung Lam. But you see, in my book, I'm the hero. I have to be to make it interesting.
Oh, yes, understand.
Now, let's forget your blackmailing effort. For old time's sake, and in memory of your nephew, I'll gladly give you £100 for the diary.
Oh, no. Book worth much more money. Oh, many beautiful words. You know, care what Moland say about you and Captain Ramsey?
Why should I? Come along, Mr. Chung Lam.
Maybe you change mind. You come Moland boarding house midnight. Tomorrow I go see other customer. Hello, Ronnie.
Hello, Mr. Chan.
Well, Looks like my young employer is almost well enough to pay me my fee on Waterloo Bridge, huh?
What's the news?
Have information about Chinese steward.
You found Mulan?
Mulan is dead. However, have learned he left diary, which told what really happened on Raft.
What does it say about my father?
Diary still in possession of Mulan's uncle, Chung Lan.
Where did you find him?
Same place Mulan used to live. 15 Parish Lane, India Docks. I shall visit him there tonight at midnight to try and obtain diary.
Interesting. Afraid I must be off, Ronnie. Perhaps Mr. Chan would stay with you until your mother gets back.
Oh, great pleasure.
See you tomorrow, Ronnie.
Bye.
Bye.
When trap is well baited, no need for hunter to hasten to spring same. Now we have some checkers.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Chan.
Mrs. Ramsden, please. Tell her it's Tony Hathaway. Norman, there's something you've got to do for me. Mulan's uncle has just been here with a diary. Yes, Mulan's. I don't know what's in it, but I'm not risking anything. If Chan got hold of it, I could be sunk. You've got to get him off that case. I don't care how, do it. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen.
Oh, Mrs. Ramsden.
Mr. Chan, I must speak to you.
Ronnie, he is all right?
He's a little better, thank you.
I am so glad. Won't you come in?
Mr. Chan, I need your help. At least there's something I want you to do for me.
What, Mrs. Ramsden?
I want you to drop this case.
Oh, but case now becoming very promising. Have located uncle of Mulan, who has nephew's diary, which I intend to acquire.
No.
Manner in which you just said no indicates perhaps Mulan's writings about happenings on Raft was true.
Mr. Chan, there are reasons. I don't want anyone to see that diary.
But you must consider your son. He must find out truth about his father.
No. Mr. Chan, I'll give you money, as much as I've got. If only you'll go away and forget that you ever heard of any of us.
Why?
I can't tell you why. But I will tell you that the truth might be as great a shock for Ronnie as that book of Hathaway's.
Must take that chance. I cannot drop case.
Mr. Chan...
I regret that I must refuse so charming and white a lady. Why not try to see old uncle yourself?
Where does he live?
15 Parish Lane, India Docks. He will be at home tonight, midnight. Maybe diary can be destroyed when truth is known.
It must be, Mr. Chan. It must be.
Sent you to steal diary?
Don't know, honest, I don't know.
Hathaway, Sir Arthur, a woman?
So help me, I don't know. Joe hired me, I don't know who hired him.
Get out before I call police.
The first gent's arrived. Shall I show him in?
No, not yet.
Got many coming here?
Very difficult to know yet how many flies this fly paper will catch. You better show him in now. Oh, one moment. Do not forget instruction,
Leave it to me, mate.
Oh, you changed mind about price?
How much do you want?
Very difficult now for uncle to part with nephew diary. Even for £1,000.
That's ridiculous. I'll give you 200.
Oh, no.
I can't raise any more just now. Take that as a first installment. Give me time. I'll pay the rest.
Oh, excuse, please. Enter. Oh, very great honor, Mrs. Ramsden. Please, sit down.
How do you know my name?
Oh, Moulin nephew, he described you very good. Also write many other things.
What do you think John and I talked about on that raft? You, of course, and darn little else. And I bet it's all in there.
Oh, nephew Moulin, he has very excellent memory.
All between us, we've got to get that diary. It could ruin us.
I know it. What's your price?
More expensive now. Demand very big.
On that raft, when you told John about us, I suppose you put all the blame on me. Said I chased after you. Would be typical of you.
I don't know what I told him. I didn't know what I was saying half the time. He kept on and on at me. I said anything just to get him to quit. And at last I...
Threw him overboard, no doubt, while he was asleep.
No. We fought and he slipped and fell. Oland tried to save him, but he couldn't.
So you wrote a book of lies about him, making him out to be a coward, to cover up your own guilt.
What are you doing here, Tony? I told you I'd look after it.
You told me you'd look after Chung Lan, and here he is. What happened to your thugs?
Shut up, you idiot.
You sent men steal my diary. Why you interfere in my business?
I'm here to stop my client making a fool of himself.
Oh, violence made price go up 500 pounds. Now 1,500 pounds.
So, I have the check ready. Only the amount to fill in.
Oh, very good.
No, Arthur, don't.
Nobody's going to buy it. I'm not going to have my publishing firm ruined by a libel action.
Then why you no investigate facts before you publish Hathaway book?
He wasn't interested in facts. What he wanted was a bestseller. I'm sorry, I didn't want to write lies, but he wanted something sensational.
Be quiet. I didn't notice any reluctance on your part to making money out of your lies.
Oh, gentlemen, please. This gun empty. Go ahead, try. But this one loaded. Over there, please.
Great heavens.
It's Charlie Chan.
Yes, Mr. Chan in masquerade. You heard everything, Miss Dawkins?
Every bleeding word.
My very good friend, Mrs. Dawkins, also proprietor of rooming house, heard everything. Will make most excellent witness in court for libel suit. Unless, of course, you gentlemen are satisfied to sign statement. I have already prepared for press stating that Memory of Terror was fiction, not fact. Also that Mr. Ramsden was very honorable and brave man.
There's nothing else we can do, Tony. And now, will you burn that diary, Mr. Chan?
Oh, not necessary. Diary only Chinese cookbook. But like empty gun, brought out truth. Sir Arthur, your check. But I think maybe Mrs. Ramsden has something to say.
Yes, Arthur, I have. It's time for the truth between us. I was afraid of that so-called diary because I thought it might tell that Hathaway...
No need to tell me, darling, I knew. That's why I wanted the diary. To destroy and forget it.
Mrs. Ramsden, may I suggest you have Ronnie read morning newspaper?
Mr. Chan, have you read the newspapers?
Yes, Ronnie. What did you think?
My mother said you did it for me. All for me, Mr. Chan. Gosh, you made me very happy. I nearly forgot your fee. 1, 2, 3.
Most grateful. Because I need this very badly.
All right. I'll tell you what I'll do.
What?
I'll try and get you some more customers. Because I think you're a pretty good detective.
Well, thank you. I was wondering, what is that large building over there?
That's St. Paul's.
Oh. Now we go and have some ice cream, huh?